Hello, I am Bridget Rowe. I am energy, I am powerful, and I am who I say I am. The purpose of this video is to talk to you about the blood. And I want to share the information with you about the blood in order to educate you about what is happening in the universe and what is happening with your blood right now. Okay, so the blood. The blood is requested in this physical reality if we are sick, or even if we go to the doctor just for a wellness visit. They first want to look at our blood, because the blood will give them the information that they need to see if there is sickness or wellness or some type of bacteria or virus or antigen inside of your blood, right? Then if we look in religion, I came up in religion, and I remember in religion they talked about the blood over and over in the biblical text. They talk about the blood of the lamb. They talked about the woman with the issue of the blood. There was a Passover that you had to have the lamb, the blood of the lamb, over your house if you wanted to be passed over in God not strike you in the biblical text. They were over and over, they talk about blood. Even in church, when you go to church and take the the communion, they say take, drink. This is my blood. Do this in remembrance of me. So over and over in the biblical text, they too talk about the blood. Now there are 8 strands, different types rather, of blood, starting with the original blood of the original being in this world, the O negative, and they say that is like equivalent to the Anunnaki blood type, O negative. And every other blood type underneath stems from that one. That's why O negative is so powerful that it can give blood to every other blood type underneath it. But when it is trying to receive blood, it can only accept from its type, which is another O negative type. So we have O negative, we have O positive. We have A negative, A positive, B negative, B positive, AB negative, and AB positive. And so what happens is, as you get to different types, the blood has kind of been tainted in a sense. It has some type of toxicity or some type of antigen in it. It is weaker from the original blood of the O negative. Now this could be because of rape. It can be of mixing and matching the blood from voluntarily or involuntarily. It could be of a toxic lifestyle of consuming blood from animals. It can be several different reasons. Not to say that other people's blood that is not O negative or dirty or toxic people, it's just really at this point in time kind of like the norm. Because you might not in your physical reality do anything to taint your blood, but maybe your parents did, and you are walking around here with maybe a lesser blood type than the O negative, and nothing is wrong with that. My point is that because our blood has been tainted and has been weakened in a sense, and it even could be stemming from like genetically modified foods. They are genetically modified and altering the blood into something that is lower than what it initially was. But it's interesting to know that anything that is altered to be lesser, it is my belief that it can be altered to be greater. And that is what I feel as though that is happening with the universe during this quickening of energy from planet Nibiru that is getting closer to us. This is what I believe that is happening to our blood. You know how they say the dormant DNA is being activated? Well, the DNA, that is the blood, is being activated and purged. And I believe that it is being purged back to the original blood type. And we are turning back into our reptilian self, our extraterrestrial self, our all-knowing. We are turning back into that ancestral type God state of being because of this energy, this conscious energy that is emitting this energy toward us, and we are energy. So we are receiving that energy. So it is allowing our blood to be pure. It is allowing our blood to be raised to a higher frequency. And I say this and I believe this with every part of me, because I was reading an article. About how scientists have found this enzyme, this particular gut bacteria. So this gut bacteria supposedly can go inside of the gut and eat up all of the toxicities, all of the antigens that's in the blood in order to bring a person's blood type back to O negative. And I just, out of common sense, if the scientists can do it, I believe on a higher scale of everything that source energy can do it greater. And so when I say that, I was reading that article, and they said in that particular article that, okay, so the interesting thing about this is we can renew blood, but there are some people whose blood type has changed without this particular gut bacteria. You know, their blood type changed when they were doing like a transplant, you know, or like a blood transfusion. They changed. But the funny thing about it, in that same article, they were talking about there were some people who thought that they were a certain blood type when they were a child, and then they got the results of the blood type when they were adult and it was a different blood type. So they were saying that these people must have been confused. And it is also interesting to know that when you do go to the doctor and you give them your blood to run tests, they never tell you. You have to go through so much just to find out what your blood type is. Even though you done gave them maybe about 2 tubes of it, they don't tell you what your blood type is. You got to go through a chain of command. If you haven't had a surgery, if you haven't had a transplant, you have to go through so much to get, or you have to go in just for another visit just to find out what your blood type is. And you know darn well they know, because they have all these tubes of blood, but they didn't run that test. They say they didn't check to see what type it was. I'm saying this to you because I believe that we're at a moment in our life where our blood is being brought back to its original state of being. I believe that we are tapping into our power, our God state of power. And nobody's gonna tell you this. No, and some people just walk around and really don't even know what their blood type is, and it's something that they never even really thought about. And I'm not saying this for you to go and rush and find out what your blood type is. I'm saying this to let you know that whatever it is changing. We are evolving, and it is cleansing. And you can help it out in your physical reality by cleansing it too. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I believe that our blood is being renewed. I believe the energies from this planet Nubaru is conscious energy that is quickening our energy, our DNA, our dormant DNA, and activating it along with our blood, bringing us back to our original blood type, which is that O negative, that ancestral type blood, that reptilian type blood, that extraterrestrial type blood that we once had, because we are the original people of this universe. And so it brings to memory of this song we used to sing in church. It says, "Oh, the blood, oh, the blood, oh, the blood has signed my name." And as I look back over my journey and all the things that I've been doing to attune myself to this frequency of energy and to be more conscious, you know, seeking for information, changing my diet, my eating, my lifestyle, my behavior, I think about that next verse that says, "Can't you see, can't you see, can't you see what the blood has done?" So take care of yourself, take care of your body, take care of your blood, because that is where your divinity lies. That blood is the very thing that makes you divine. Be blessed.